Hey dancers, I have a short and spicy calf workout for you that is gonna help you with your releve and eleve control and strength. This is something that could be done multiple times a week to help you gain that control. So let's get started together. Grab something to hold on to with two hands. We're gonna start in a parallel position with just a little bit of space between the feet. We're gonna be going press up over your second toe, forced arch, keeping the hips right over the heels, pushing all the way up tall, and then slowly controlling through the ankle. Let's try it all together. We press up, 4, 2, forced arch, 4, 2. Press through the floor to get straight and lower, back down. Pressing up, 4, 2, forced arch. Keep your ribs stacked. Press the floor and the ceiling up. Resist the lower down. Pressing up. Second toes, forced arch, over the toes, up, 2 straight legs, lower down, last time, pressing up, 4, 2, forced arch, and push the floor to get tall in the quads, lower, back down. We press straight up to the top and lower down with control, and up to the top. Slowly down, keep going. Stack the hips over the toes and the ribs over the hips. Pressing up, pushing the ceiling, resisting as you go down. Pressing up to the top, checking the alignment of your ankles. Going over your second toes, lowering down, nice and slow. We got a few more. Up to the top. Feel the glutes, even in parallel, pressing up to the top. Last time to lower. You get a quick little shake your legs out. We're going into parallel single leg. Here we go. Pressing up to the top, slowly down with control. Pressing up to the top. Don't let your weight shift back. Keep it forward, up to the top, slowly down and down, pressing the floor, down to go up, resisting down to the bottom, and pressing up. Keep the ribs, slowly back down, spreading your toes and pushing them down into the floor. You got 2 more, up to the top. Feel your hips stay high as you lower. And up to the top. Slowly down, switching legs. We go up to the top. Resist and down. Keep going. Up. I'm keeping my hips high as I lower back down. Pushing the floor and spreading the toes. It's my hips, not just my belly. And pressing down and pushing the ceiling, lowering down to the bottom. A few more, up. Feel the standing glute, wrapping and held. And up to the top, down. We got 1 more, pressing up, 2 and down. And 2. In parallel, we press up on 2, up on 2. Shift your weight and lower down. And up in the center, shift your weight and lower down. If you're feeling good, go ahead and take your hands off as you lower. Find that control. Up, shift, lower, down. And pressing up. 4, 2, shift, lower, back down, and up for 2, shift, lower, back down. A few more. It's find your center, hold it on one leg, and roll lower down with that control. Up, shift, lower, back down. 1 more each side. Up to the top, shift, lower, and down. Last time, up to the top, shift, lower, back down. Shake out your legs. Try not to stretch out your calves. There's actually a ton of studies that show that that lowers some of our strength and the tendon strength that we need. So resist the urge to stretch those out. Just shake, shake, shake. Guess what, guys? We're gonna repeat it in first position. Yay. So let's come back to the bar. Feet in first, really feeling your pinky toes pressing through the floor. We press up to the top. Forced arch, over, press up, and resist as you lower back down. From the beginning, press straight legs. Hips stay right over and stacked. As you push the floor, get the quads up, resist lowering down and feel your pinky toe. Up to the top. And hips stay high as you forced arch. Push the floor, quads pull up, and hips stay high as we go down. And up to the top, and over through the feet. Push down and push the ceiling. Resist to the bottom last time. Up to the top, forced arch, and over and push. Find the high hips, lowering back down, straight up and down. Press to the top, resist as you lower down. Slow is so much harder than fast. You're feeling that as we are doing this very slow pace. Press to the top, slowly lower, back down. Feel the turnout, closing the back of the legs. The hips are staying high as you lower down. And I'm putting a lot of attention into my pinky toe pressure so that I don't pronate and roll in as I lower down. Pressing up to the top, resist to lower down. Press up to the top, high hips as we lower down. Last time, up to the top and lower back down. 2 seconds of shakeout. Single leg. Here we go. Pressing up to the top. Hips stay high as I lower down. And pressing up to the top. Resisting as I go down. Keep going. It is challenging not to sit too much into the toes. It is also challenging not to let your weight shift back. Ugh. So we have to find that middle ground, like we felt on 2 feet. Pull the hips high and resist down through the center of your foot. Pressing up to the top and lower down through the foot. 2 more, up and top. Hips high as I lower down. Last one, spread your toes and push the floor. Down and switch legs. Pressing up to the releve. Slowly down. We're almost there. I know it's a lot of work to go slow. Up and down. Relax the shoulders. Feel your armpits pulling down and your ribs staying stacked. Pressing up to the top, down through the foot. A few more. Up. Push the floor. Resist, keep pushing the floor, down. 2 more, up. Now push the ceiling away, down through the foot. Last time, up to the top and down through the foot. Feet in first. Last thing, guys, you're almost there. Pressing up for 2. Shift, lower, back, down. And up for 2. Shift, lower, down through the foot, and up, hold, shift, lower, back, down. You can try without your hands and see how it goes. And up, push the floor, shift, down, keep going. This is about the hips finding their spot over the leg, then lowering back down and up through the feet. Shift, lower, back, down. Last time, up through the foot. Shift, lower, back to the bottom, down. Shake, shake, no calf stretch. Let it resonate, let it be. Your body will thank you later. Wonderful work. Slow and steady wins the race. It will build the strength you need to move faster. And if you can do it slow, you can do it fast in this instance. So make this type of work part of a regular routine through your week. Spend 2 to 5 minutes doing stuff like this, and you'll see a big change in your ankle strength, even all the way up through your legs if you think about some of the things we talked about in this video.